Hello, friends. This is Love Life, and we hope you've been making choices and decisions that love you back. And so today, we're going to talk about facing our past while we're going through in recovery, where we're going through our journey of recovery, while we're in recovery, right? We're not uh, actively using and things of that nature. And so, first and foremost, the thing that we have to encourage ourselves, encourage you, is to know and to believe that my past doesn't define my future. Yes, it can affect my physical health if I do it enough, like certain addictions, yes. So that might have an impact on me physically for my future, but mentally and emotionally, it does not have to define my future. That's why um, treatment and processing and counseling are so important for mental health and behavioral health. Taking responsibility, uh, and then sometimes, I know I did. I don't want you, but I felt grief or depression or sad about the choices I made when I was drinking and using and not addressing my mental health issues or in condition. Not getting me the self care for my mental health areas. And let me go back. I'm a person in recovery with 10 years in recovery, co occurring with mental health and substance use disorder. I have many initials, a few initials, which is like a Visa Park I never intended to pay for in between my ears here in my head. So that's PTSD, ADD. So you might see me swerve this way or get sidetracked as I'm sharing with you today. PTSD, ADD, and every now and then, just because I'm a person in recovery, it's bouts of depression and anxiety, but I feel that's where the ADD comes in. So those are my gifts. My initials, I call those my gifts. They become gifts when we don't allow the condition to define how we live, but we live with the condition, and the condition doesn't live through it, doesn't dictate our life. So encouraging you all that we grow in a space where our condition doesn't define who we are is a part of my life and how I manage it in self care. Um, so since we feel grief or we feel shame or guilt, often I'll speak for myself. I do for my past. I mean, I'm working on and getting better at forgiveness, forgiving myself for the things I've done when I was under the influence of alcohol and drugs and other my altering substances. Some of my altering substances was my untreated mental health condition. And so feeling guilt and shame for that, not getting the services and treatment I need for my mental health areas of growth. So there, just practicing forgiveness so I can live in the present, so I can live in the now. That's what is important about forgiveness. Um, and a lot of times I'm finding what I've learned by, by learning and getting more tools is that if I don't forgive myself, I'm holding on to some of the trauma that I caused myself and that I caused others through my usage, through my active days. Okay. So it's something to think about. And don't, we shouldn't beat ourselves up. We should embrace ourselves where we are right now. And some of us may be further along than others. That's okay. Just start with where you are now and give yourself the gift of forgiveness. Give yourself the tool of forgiveness. It may not come natural right away, but maybe the more you practice it, maybe work on it, maybe your mind and your heart may embrace forgiving yourself. That you are a worthy person. You love yourself. You forgive yourself. You care about yourself so much. I care about myself so much that I think I don't want to put those damaging chemicals, things in my body, or bad habits in my lifestyle, habits, damaging habits in my lifestyle. Um, Also, from being able to forgive, I think a good thing is thinking about getting away from forgiveness is, getting into forgiveness is, um, we get away from the blame game and we look at things for more what it is. That's what I'm doing, looking it for what it is, accepting it, taking ownership of my part, but not taking everything on my shoulders. Just being responsible for my my participation, or even lack of participation, or doing nothing uh, during that time of active addiction. So, getting away from the blame game, um, getting away from the blame game, and from my trauma and things of that nature, and take responsibility for my mental, emotional health, and spiritual health right now. The past is the past. It has happened. Yes, it was painful, or still feel some remnants of pain. The question is, am I willing to be present with myself right now and heal on purpose? You hear that phrase, healing on purpose. So you have to really be intentional. Healing is something that you do pursue, and that you want, and that you welcome into your mind and your heart, and your soul. So, and that's not to be all warm fuzzy ish. That is to be realistic ish. So to speak, I just made up a word there. Wow, wow. And in the background, you might hear my dogs gnawing on their bones, their chewy bones there, getting their teeth cleaned. So, ADD moment. Hello. Also, facing my past is prioritizing my life, holding myself. So that's another part of holding myself accountable. So I need to take action. And so I'm not dwelling with the past, but prioritizing, meaning what is something that I may dwell on that I can't do, that's done in the past. It's in the past. What is the situation that stays with me, and that may be bugging me or nagging me? Um, is there anything realistically I can do to fix it right now? Probably not. But more than likely, is there something I could do with the help of other tools to move past that and not dwell past? Some of us facing the past as we get into it may be where we are still in around people, places, and things where they're still using. There's still temptation. Uh, there's still presence of paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia, drinking, whatever the drug of choice is, um, and hopefully encourage us, all of us, that we become strong enough that we communicate with ourselves, we communicate with someone we trust, so we can get realistically, can we get ourselves in a situation? Because if it's a situation where I live at and I really can't get out in that time, then what is my plan of action? Things like that. Okay. So communicating with yourself, communicating with others, and your support group that supports your recovery journey. So I don't keep going back to the trap house. I don't keep going to the LQ, AK liquor stores. I don't keep going to the plug, things of that nature. So have to have open communication, one, within yourself, and two, I hope that I have the privilege of having a support group, or what I call a recovery support team in your life. That doesn't always mean a paid professional, but someone that wants to see you successful, that wants to see me successful, wants to see me clean. Dog, she's having her cameo moment. That is Swish, ladies and gentlemen. I love her. I love her. I love her. And sometimes we may need the help of a professional to help us move past and get the tools so we can move forward in our life. But that's okay. That's self care. So we hope we bring it. But the most important thing is, the reason why I use is because I have problems expressing my feelings and just let them sit there and fester. So, um, So for a person like me, most of the time, professional behavioral health or mental health specialist is what I need, because I need to be guided with some tools or discover what tools work for me to help me express and process my life in a healthy manner. I don't have any answers for us. Tools, all I can say is use a tool so you don't use today. And right now, this series we're talking about is facing our past, where we're not glamorizing or dwelling on or using. And then also, facing the past could be the very situation that we live in, so we can't get away from every situation. So the drug of choice might be around because of other people around us that choose to still participate in using or whatever it means. The thing is, I have to be willing to go to any lengths to protect myself, because if I played that video in my head, that YouTube show, that Pluto show, whatever you watch, that Hulu show, whatever you like to stream, play that your favorite you. If I played a YouTube video of my life or that episode of that, is it really worth it to pick up and use again? So facing my past is having the courage to say to my using self, it's a whole, that's a different person. When you're in recovery, I'm a different person. That using personality, that's a different Michael. So to say to myself that this is not worth it, and look at everything you have, look at how you're getting better. It may be a little frustrating. My emotions may be all over the place, right? But I'm in a better space and have better opportunities than when I am actively using. And so the thing is, we got to, it's about giving a care about myself. I mean, so facing the past could be something that is a subconscious trigger or whatever, but that's just part one. We're going to visit with another piece of this, because often the past things that happen in our life is the reason why it's comfortable for me to continue to use. But eventually we come to a rock bottom or something that says either you get your life together or I'm going to die, or I'm going to go to jail, or I'm going to lose everything I have, or I lost everything I have and I'm going to lose more that I didn't even could have had, right? So let's think of these things. So the thing is, how much right now, where you're at, ask yourself, do I love myself right now? How much do I care about myself and my future? How much do I care about me? That's not passing judgment, but how much do I care about myself and my life, my present condition of myself so much that I'm willing to process my past so my past doesn't become my stumbling block to use again. So, my friends, I hope all your choices and decisions that you make love you back, so we understand it. You and I understand the importance it is to love ourselves and to love life. Till next time, bye, friends.